Oh, come on, man. Oh, wait, I'm live. Oh, hey. Oh, sometimes I would like to scream at the top of my. Sometimes I would like to scream at the top of my. Sometimes I would like to scream at the top of my lungs. At the top of my lungs. Sometimes I want to scream at the top of my lungs. Yeah, yeah. Deconverted man here. What was all that about? I don't know. You know. So, agnostic, what the hell does that mean? Yeah, people don't know. People don't understand it. So I'm here to explain it once and for all so nobody has any questions. All right, is there a God? Yes, no, I don't know. Or I can't even say yes or no because knowledge itself is impossible. Yeah, words are fun. Let's do it. Agnostic, we can't know. Don't know if there is or isn't a God. So if you ask an agnostic, they'll be like, I don't know. They'd be like, yeah, but do you believe in God or not? I don't know. Wait, you can't not know that. You either do or don't believe it. No, because I don't know if there is or isn't a God, so I can't know if I know that there is or isn't a God because I can't know. But I don't like that. You can't just be agnostic. Yes, you can. Agnostic atheist. We can't know, but they don't believe anyways. Yeah, they say, hey, look, you can't know, but I don't believe. Okay? And then you've got agnostic theists. They can't know, but they do believe. They're like, yeah, you can't know if God does or doesn't exist, but I believe anyways. Then you've got Gnostic. Oh, yeah, Gnostic theist knows, and I put that in quotes for a reason we'll get to in a moment, that there's a God. And Gnostic atheist knows, in quotes, that there's not a God. So they basically they're saying by knows here, we're saying they have they say this is a justified belief that they have, some reasons for arguments for evidence for whatever. Okay, then you might be like, okay, so you can be just agnostic, right? Like, even though some people say, well, you can't just be that, you can be. So therefore, you could be agnostic, right? Well, no, because Gnostic is actually Gnosticism, which is a religious and philosophical movement that emerged in first century AD among early Christian and Jewish sects, which would make you a theist again. So if you're agnostic, then you are a theist, but you're not a Gnostic, but not no you're if you're agnostic, there is no just Gnostic. So you can't be Gnostic without Gnosticism. And so you can be Gnostic, atheist, or theist, but you can't just be Gnostic by itself because it doesn't have a meaning other than this meaning. And then the like so then that but you can be not agnostic because you can do that. And but people go but either you believe in God or you don't believe in God, right? And well, yeah, but also you could say, well, no, because I don't believe that I can know that there is or isn't a God. So therefore, I can't say that I believe or don't believe because I don't have knowledge either way. In fact, the knowledge is impossible to have, so I can never know. And they're like, but don't you believe in God or not? And they're like, well, uh, I can't answer that question because the question is an impossible thing to answer because knowledge is impossible to have about that. And that's my answer. It's like, well, but so you don't believe in God? Well, no, I don't believe or not believe. I can't know. I'm saying that we don't know. I'm saying that nobody can know actually, and that's what it is to be a hard agnostic. Well, what's the difference between that and an atheist, right? Well, but the atheist is saying that they believe that there is or isn't a God, right? Or well, atheist says that there isn't, right? Well, but they say there isn't if they're agnostic atheist. If they're agnostic atheist, then they can't know. They're saying you can't know that there is or isn't a God, but you can believe or not believe, right? So then you can believe or not because you're an egg because of the thing. And yeah, it makes sense because words are fucking, man. What the hell, man? Who came up with this system? What the hell? Why is it so complicated? It's supposed to be simple. You gotta, why? Why is it so hard? Well, because, see, Gnostic is knowledge. And like A means without. So if you're agnostic, then you're without knowledge. But why is this tied into God belief? Well, it doesn't have to be. Agnostic, you could be agnostic in regards to any position, really. You could say it's impossible to know, uh, fill in the. You can be agnostic about a whole bunch of stuff, basically. You can be like, I don't know. I mean, okay. So I'm not really sure what else you can be agnostic about. I know you can be agnostic about God for sure. But agnostic, the word can be used for other things like agnostic in IT can be like products that are dependent on other systems, or like it might be a belief, or you might be talking about data. So like data services that store data in a way that allows different programs to access it without capability issues, or vendor agnostic to refer to a business that doesn't tie itself to a specific product. Uh, but usually agnostic is a person who believes that nothing is known or can be known about the existence or nature of God. So they're saying it can't be known, which is then a positive statement. So then that requires the burden of proof, right? Like they'd have to then prove that you can't know or not know that there is or isn't a God, right? Well, I don't know. Maybe. I'll say yes. Why? Why are these words hard? Why? I don't know. Okay, Google. Come on, Google, help me out. All right, let's see. No, that didn't help. That doesn't answer anything. Damn it, Google! You're supposed to help me. This doesn't answer. A person who believes that nothing is known or yeah, I know that, but what does it mean? All right. That's fine. We've got Chat GPT. It will answer the question. What agnostic? Yeah, let's find out. A person who believes exists. No, it's saying the same things I already said. What about? Okay, what can you just be agnostic without atheist? Yeah. All right, let's find out. Yes, you can be agnostic without identifying as a theist or an atheist. It's known as pure agnosticism, or simply agnosticism, where focus is solely on the belief the existence, nature, God, divine is unknown or unknowable, without committing to belief or disbelief in the deity. So the agnostic person would neither affirm the existence of God or deny it. So they maintain that the deity's existence can't be answered. There you go. Yeah. ChatGPT made it simple. You can't even read it because it's too damn small. Okay, there, it's bigger now. Well, you still can't read it. It's still too damn small. Okay, so there. It's big enough to read it. All right, so there you go. Now, yeah, it's been explained. Nobody ever has to be confused about this ever again, right? No, no, they still do. Ah, God, why? I don't know. Like when I say skeptic, like people are like, "What does that mean?" you know. Um, and what about Gnostic? Why can't you be? What about Gnostic? Can you be just that? So Gnostic refers to someone who claims to have knowledge, particularly spiritual or esoteric knowledge. So you can, I guess, be Gnostic, but not really, because then you're going to get confused with Gnosticism, which is the religious thing. And then you would have a God belief. So you could maybe be agnostic, but probably, I don't know. If you want to label yourself that, go ahead. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. I don't care. Label yourself however you want. Now, all of this came about as all good things do from comments. Yeah. stupid comments on that video, that Dark Matter video they put out. It's like, here's how theists sound, like if atheists talk like theists. And I'm like, oh yeah, like, oh no, theist doesn't actually mean, that there is a God, or that you believe in God. It actually means there is a God. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to define theism as only one way and not two ways, because I don't like how it's defined. Because theists do that for atheists. And then this guy came along and he's like, yeah, like I tell people I'm agnostic and they'll be like, you're an agnostic atheist. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just agnostic, which you can do. And then like other people are like, no, you can't do that because it doesn't make sense. I'm like, it doesn't have to make sense. Just look at it. Just ask the Google. Just look at the Chat GPT thing. Do something to I'm explaining to them the thing in the best way I can do it, right? But they don't care. They don't want to. They're like, no, but you have to have a position. No, your position can be that, that it's impossible to know. So it's like, so they said, well, what about the gumball analogy? I'm like, the gumball analogy is a decent one, for atheists. It's like, is it odd or even? Do you have a jar of gumballs? And you go, is it odd or even? And you go, I don't know. It might be odd, it might be even, but I lack belief that it's odd. I also lack belief that it's even, by the way. So it's not a perfect analogy. But for agnostic, it'd be like you had an infinite jar of gumballs so that nobody could ever count them all. So in that sense, if you did in fact have an infinite jar of gumballs, then you'd have to be agnostic about whether it's odd or even, because knowledge about it is indeed impossible. Of course, also knowledge that it's infinite would also be impossible, because you would never know that it was actually infinite, or it's just a really big number that you can't reach the end of because of your natural lifetime. Ah! Anyway, so that's fun stuff. So yeah, it's possible. Yeah, okay. So Lou says, "Hey Lou, it's been a while." You're right. It has been a while. He said it's been a while. Hey man, it's been a while. Yes, it has. Okay, so he says, "Here's the thing. It's possible to not believe in God, atheism, and claim that it's impossible to know about God, agnosticism, and yet be dead wrong. Agnosticism is still a knowledge claim." Yeah, it's all possible. It's possible to do all of the things. Like I said, you could be agnostic theist, agnostic atheist, a gnostic theist, a gnostic atheist, or you can just be agnostic. But you can't really be gnostic, but because, well, you could be, but I don't know that anybody would call themselves that, because Gnosticism is a religion. So basically, if you said you were Gnostic, I think that people would think that you were then a theist that subscribes to Gnosticism. But maybe somebody wants to say otherwise. And you know what? Words are flexible. You can do that. It doesn't have to make sense. And, I know people like to have things, be clear cut sometimes. We really, then there's weak theists and strong theists. Well, what's that? It's the same thing. Weak and strong are really just substitutes for agnostic or gnostic. A weak atheist is equivalent to a agnostic atheist. But you could make a distinction. You could say that weak atheism is not saying that knowledge can't be known. It's saying that you simply don't believe in God, as opposed to strong atheism, which is saying there is no God. And then weak theism is saying that you believe in God, and strong theism is saying there is a God. And then could there be a weaker, strong version of agnostic theism and atheism? I don't think so, but maybe somebody wants to argue that, and good luck with it. All right, so yeah, there you go. Hopefully that explained everything, and maybe I went over the top and a little bit wild with it, but oh no, they're still commenting on it. Oh jeez. Let's see. Personal observation. How the term came to be used, it doesn't matter. Atheists who don't want to be known as atheists Yeah. Okay, here we go. So this guy's making a claim about other things on top of the claim that he was making. You see, this is how things go offhand. Like, this. Damn it! Why do people gotta be like this? I blame you, Dark Matter. I blame you for everything. All right. It's all my fault. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Let me make this big so we can read it together. Na 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 na. There we go. All right. So, personal observation. When asking how the term came to be used in a misnomer way, I don't when show when or how the term is come to be known in this so they're saying uh let's see, making sure you guys girls and robots can read this, got to make it bigger. All right, got to put my face down here. All right, there we go. Yeah, okay. So atheists who don't want to be known as atheists to escape religious pestering, persecution, and generalization. So how do you know what the atheist does or doesn't want? How do you know that the agnostic is assigning themselves that label for those reasons? You don't know why, and it doesn't matter why a person wants to label themselves in X way. What matters is what X is, and or in this case, it matters what they say X is. Because, like, you know, words. I don't know. So yeah, the social thing is different than the whatever. This is good enough. I don't care anymore. Um, does certain equal no or I don't know. So they're still okay. So they're still debating. Whatever. So we don't know. Okay, it doesn't matter why a person labels themselves. However, that's their label. And if they want to say that the word means something wildly different than what the definition says, fine. Then that's what it means to them. Technically, they're if you're saying like what is the word according to the dictionary, that's easier to deal with, and that's something we should aim to perhaps, but not everybody is going to do that because people are stubborn, you know, like my version of the word skeptic. Like, okay, what's it mean to be a skeptic according to the internet? Let's find out. A person inclined to question or doubt accepted opinions. Well, see, I'm not sure about that. I actually doubt that opinion. You know, so but am I inclined to question? Yes. Am I inclined to doubt? You see, I take issue with the word doubt because doubt is like a judgment that says I'm saying it's not true. That's what the word doubt means to me. So I don't like that. And then it says philosophy, a ancient or modern philosopher who denies the possibility of knowledge or even rational belief. No, I disagree with that. No, you can know stuff. So I'm not that version of a skeptic. Another term for skeptical. If it was a skeptic whether this would actually happen. That's closer to my version, but it's still not my version. So why use that label then? I don't know, because I can't think. I don't know. What label should I use? I don't even know anymore. Like, okay, my position is that when I say the word skeptical, if somebody has a better word for this, let me know, please. The idea proposed is one that I'm putting on the shelf, so to speak, the metaphorical shelf in my brain that doesn't really exist. Okay, but I'm putting it I'm putting it. That's how I visualize it. I'm putting this idea. Not that you can put ideas on shelves, but I'm putting it on this shelf, and I'm not saying it's true, and I'm not saying it's false. I'm suspending judgment in full on that until I have a better argument or more data, more information, whatever. And until then, I don't know. I don't know. It could be true, could be false. I have no idea. And I'm not making a judgment call. And so that's what I am saying, that I'm using that word to mean that idea. So maybe there's a better word to use for that idea that I'm trying to illustrate than skeptic. Yeah, you may be doubtful about a particular belief, but necessarily be suspicious about it. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. So let's just to make sure that I've got everybody on the same page. You know, uh, or whatever. And isn't it funny how we use language like on the same page? Like, I don't know. The thing is weird. So let's do a shelf of some sort. This is a shelf. Okay, just I know it sucks. Okay. Just just go with me here, okay? So if you want to draw a shelf for me. Okay, so I don't know, largle sauce, like whatever. So this idea of largle sauce, I put it on my shelf, and I'm not saying it's true, false, I don't know. So that's where it lives. It lives here in this shelf of of bleeped if I know. you know and I call that skeptical, because I don't know what other word would be for it. I don't know what other word would be. I don't know. But I think the term skeptic can mean that, but it doesn't. So I don't know a different word to use, though. And until I do, I'm going to keep using this word because I don't have a better word. uh, yeah, so skepticism, suspension of judgment, is indeed one of its core techniques. Yeah, so if nothing else, I'm getting it superficially right, technically right, which is the best sort of right. So I'm happy with that. Lou says it's a Luke. Luke says, is it Lou or Luke? I never remember. I think it's Luke. Luke, but there's no K, so I don't know. English, just So, but at any rate, it's good enough for me to call it skeptic, but yes, I have to explain what that means, because it doesn't exactly mean what the definition says outright. That's why I made this thing. Actually, what's this? Uh, it, hold on. Got to correct somebody else on the internet. It happens when and if you say that person is a poopy head, therefore is wrong. Okay, so I'm explaining ad hominem. So, yeah, a person might indeed be a poopy head, but them being a poopy head is nothing to do with the argument itself. So, yeah. So if you're saying that they're a poopy head, therefore they're wrong, that's an ad hominem. If you're saying they're a poopy head, that's just an insult. The key point is the insult is connected to being wrong. There it is. All right. All right. So, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I forgot what I was doing. Not suck. Right. The not suck thing. Right. Which, damn it, it doesn't have the. I don't know how to change the thumbnail. Maybe I can do it here, or can I? Will it let me? Yeah. No. Why is it? I don't understand this. I really just don't understand YouTube anymore. Okay, check this out, everyone. Check it out. So behind the scenes stuff. I was gonna be like, yeah, this episode called "Not Suck" that I made, right? Right. Okay, so it says here's the thumbnail, right? That's the only thumbnail to select from. All right. But on YouTube, I search for it, it gives me this result, which is not a flattering image of me. I understand I look that way in part of the episode, but that's not what I want people to see. But it's not the thumbnail. The thumbnail, according to the thing, is something else. So why is it the thumbnail when it's not the thumbnail? How do I fix that? No. Anyway, so the Not Suck podcast, that's where I explain what a skeptic is to me. And I do it while I'm parodying this Time Suck podcast, which is a podcast that I would watch/listen to. But now, to make things even more complicated, the guy that runs it decided that they're not going to do video and just do audio. So now my parody doesn't apply anymore unless you know the format that they used to use. So the Venn diagram of people that would know about Time Suck podcast and Logic and Skeptic is like really small. And so that's why it didn't get any comments, I guess. But I still did it. I made it anyways. I'm insane. What's this have to do with agnostic? Nothing. Am I done with this video? Oh, yeah. I'm way done with this video now. See you later, everybody. Until then, be a skeptic. And after then, keep being a skeptic. Here, I'll put the link for the video in the thing so you can click it so you don't have to look for it. All right, goodbye, everybody. Later. Whee! Meow.